There.
Okay, we're here.
All right. Good evening, everybody. It's Saturday night. Oh, that's a different show. Sorry.
Don't do that.
I'm Lisa and
Rob.
That's Rob. It's very hard to do. That's Rob. Couple of pictures.
See? You.
I see that. And hold on.
Is that you, Lisa?
Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake.
That me or you? See? You.
I see that. Hold on. That is you too, Rob.
Okay. Sorry.
It was both of us. So you got double rookies.
Great.
That's right. Hey, Glenn, he says, be good. I'm watching. I'm always good. Whether I behave or not is totally another question. So,
cool.
Hey, Susie, Grandma Wrinkles, Wing PD. Hello from Wing PD.
You know who that is, don't you?
Huh?
Don't you know who that is?
No.
That's our fellow estate
salesman. That's who it is. That's right. PD. That's right. Hey, guys. I missed you. I'm up in near Jacksonville, so I didn't get to come to any estate sales today. Rob didn't go.
Yeah,
so
I didn't get up.
I cheated on you. I went to another estate sale, but they weren't near as good as you guys. So
way to go.
Yeah. So welcome everybody. Anthony, we are going to have a guest tonight, a very special guest that's near and dear to our hearts. Another one of Rob's brothers from another family, mother.
Yeah.
The one and only Harry Humstone. There he is.
I thought I had to click myself in.
No.
Hello, viewers.
I was just late on the click.
And see, Harry's the only one of us that got it right. He doesn't. He's not having any feedback. You and I are the ones that didn't mute our YouTube.
Well, you know.
Is that something on my end?
No, you're fine. Rob and I screwed up earlier.
Yeah. I got a dog under my feet.
Oh, that's all right.
Hey, Michelle. These stinking balloons. Get out of here. Go. You break something, you're dead. Not really, but we're in trouble.
So how are things going way up there in Delaware?
Awesome, actually. Besides the rain that cut my yard sale venture.
Yeah,
I watched your video today on that.
Tomorrow, I'll get out of here. This dog's. If you see this crash, it's going to be great for a viewing audience, but it's going to be a sad day for me. You don't get out of here, I'm going to get you. She's chasing me after these balloons. So I'm going to have to pop it because she's going to ruin. Oh,
there you go.
All right, scram.
Yes, yes, you're absolutely correct, Michelle. Rob has come back to life. He looks flesh tone. He's not washed out. He's not looking like a ghost. So I guess he's okay.
Yeah, I ditched the new webcam for the thrift store webcam.
Right. Kelly is saying hello, Kelly Ecom Mom. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Anthony's saying our internet is clear. Yes, it is. It is not crap anymore. So maybe we're hoping it'll all hold out and we'll be able to have a great show. So Robbie, what'd you do today?
Not much.
Yeah, well, Harry had a reason. It rained and he got washed out. Why didn't you do anything today?
Laziness. I was pretty lazy. But the only accomplishment I got is maybe taking a shower and getting cleaned up.
Yeah, the good old once a week washing.
That's right. Tomorrow's Sunday, so I'm ready to go.
That must mean he's got his holy underwear on, you know.
Correct.
Rob or me?
Both, maybe both. I don't know.
Oh, you know, I thought it was just me.
I told Rob has a lot of holes that have socks, and used to women would darn
holes
socks.
That have socks? How about socks that have holes?
And my first husband came to me and asked me to darn his socks, and I looked at it and I said, darn sock, and that was the end of it. So I'm not a sock darner.
Does that mean like so?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that one yet. So
Yeah, it's called Darning Socks, DARN. And there's actually a tool, a sewing tool that you can get to darn socks with to help you darn them. So, but yes, I don't darn socks. Yes, almost all of Rob's socks are his Sunday socks because they're all holy.
Really?
So yeah, I do try to throw the holy underwear out. I do draw the line at that. So.
Right.
You know, we're an open book. Everybody knows pretty much everything about us anyway. So you drinking some good old apple cider tonight, Harry?
absolutely, it's a 2-2 for me. It's just on your end tonight. So
Gotcha. What you drinking, Robbie?
Decaffeinated coffee.
I have an empty glass, so I was drinking water.
I guess you'll have to get up and do it yourself.
Yeah, I might have to get up and refill. Well, Mom, I might need to go in and help Mom anyway, you know. She was in there. She's in the kitchen, so I never know.
So Lisa, are you on the Atlantic coast and Rob's
Yep.
on the Gulf Coast?
Exactly.
Really?
I have my beach is brackish. His beach is crystal clear. So there you go.
Yeah, but you got to go a ways to get to that.
Huh? Yeah. Well, not too bad. I'm heading over to St. Augustine while I'm over here. I'm going to go to a St. Vincent's de Paul thrift store. Harry, do they have those around where you're at? St. Vincent's de Paul thrift stores?
Nah. We have Goodwill. That's and somebody's thrift, but it's not.
Yeah. Well, you got
Salvation Army.
I was going to say, my dad always called it Starvation Army.
Okay.
I don't know why. But our Salvation Army is horrible in our area, in where we live, not here. Well, the one here is overpriced. The only days that you can really shop is when you go in and they have this tag is on sale. That's the only time that you can really get a good deal, is if you get the tag of the day.
Somebody's upping the prices on everything.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know, you go in there and it's a pink tag, but underneath the pink tag is the orange tag because they changed tags because they really didn't want to put it on sale.
Really?
You know, that kind of crap. Yeah.
We have one in our big city in Delaware, Wilmington. So there's one on a back road out of town.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I know of. Other Goodwills are everywhere, but I don't even go in them anymore.
There are so many thrift stores up here by where my mom's at. It's crazy. Well, Jacksonville is a huge city. She doesn't live in Jacksonville. She lives in a little town outside of Jacksonville. But it's just, there are just so many everywhere. And it's like, you know, she doesn't really like to go out right now because of all this stuff that's going on. And she's 83 and she doesn't want to catch anything. And I can respect that. So I try not to go too many places, but I did go to an estate sale today. So, and I had fun because Rob wasn't there with me. I had no limit. I could just do what
I wasn't there.
Do you know what I miss? I missed having somebody to carry all my stuff for me, though.
Yeah, there's the only thing you missed about it.
I had to park like half a mile away and walk. It was
Really?
Yeah.
That's a big one.
They had a policeman out there directing traffic. I've never seen a policeman out there directing traffic. Yeah.
Because it was a big shack. It wasn't a little house.
It was in a gate restricted community that I had to give them my driver. They scanned my driver's license and gave me a ticket that I could leave on my car, you know, for so long just to go into the sale. Yeah. It was a pretty fancy, swanky place. So, you know, I went in there and they had like these coffee mugs, which I looked them up. And I mean, I don't know if I didn't want to pay that much for them, but they were Nantucket whale mugs. And I think he's called Splashy the Whale or something like that.
Right.
But they wanted $95 for 5 coffee mugs.
So what were they going for a piece on eBay?
They're not. Well, there's not hardly anything on there. And I looked on WorthPoint, and a set sold for quite a bit on WorthPoint, but that's been like 7 years ago. So is it that they're that rare? Maybe people aren't. I don't know. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. It was $95 for the 5 cups, and then it was $20 a piece, $20 for the creamer, $20 for the what's the other one? The sugar dish.
Yeah,
So I just passed.
creamer and sugar. Were they? Shoot! I just added in my head. What happens when I didn't take my magnesium today? So you got to see. That's what I don't know who's in here or whatever. When you get older, don't skip a day because then you get silly in the head. Anyway.
See, I didn't bring my magnesium over with me. I take a calcium, magnesium, and zinc all together. That's the only supplement I didn't bring with me. So I'm missing I haven't had any for a while now. So maybe that's my problem. Thank you.
Purple dose.
Hey, Lainey. Lainey is joining us all the way from Ireland. So,
Hello.
Well, no, I take that back. She's not in Ireland. She lives in the UK near BCP, not Ireland.
Yeah.
I was telling her location wrong. So she's in the UK, but she lives by BCP. She probably bumps into him sometimes out in public. So.
Hey, do you have that Princeton cup there close? You could show her.
I do.
I like that jacket you got.
I know. I do too. Look, I'm going to show these real quick. I got these. These are Vera Bradley hens and holly placemats and napkins for $8. I'm looking to get a nice chunk of change for those. I had to pay up for those too, though. This Princeton one.
That's a beer can.
Yeah, that's a beer can. It's a beer can officially, and they cut the top out so you can drink out of it.
It says compliments of Budweiser. And
really?
It's got the Princeton Tiger drunk laying on a keg.
Show them the top.
I've seen those. Those. They cut that top out. They did.
Yeah, it's called a drinking cup.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
Budweiser made them that way.
That has some age to it, though. And is that from the 70s?
Yeah, I would say set from the 70s.
Man, that's cool.
Is it straight? I think it's straight.
Yeah, it's straight.
Straight seamed.
Oh, yeah, on the back.
It's all about the seams. That's cool. It actually is. So how much was that one?
I only paid $1 for that.
Oh, I'd have grabbed it.
And then this is another one I got that was Princeton. It's a Princeton, come on. It says Princeton University on it. And then it's the 1904 Terrace Club. And that has the little crest and everything in it. So, yeah, I got that.
Now, let me ask you something. Is this a person that was a lawyer up north and then he retired and took all his prints and stuff with him, or her?
He lived in Nantucket, Massachusetts. I know that because he's got a lot of Nantucket stuff.
Then he retired down there and brought some of his.
He also either lived at one time or traveled heavily to Chicago because there was a lot of Chicago stuff too. And then he moved down here. Yeah, this is the jacket that we're talking about.
Yeah, that is out. What size is that?
It doesn't have a size because it was handmade. So I've got to measure it out. It's got the Princeton crest on it right here. It's black and then it has the number 27 all over it, front and back. It's all says 27 because this person was a class of 27, which would have been like almost 90 years ago now. So this has to be vintage. It's not, vintage as in this was not made in 27. This was made for a reunion that they went to. It could have been a 50th reunion, which would probably, it could put this back to the 70s, maybe 70s or 80s. So
what was the deal? They had to die.
Yeah, they died. They did. They died. I heard some lady said, they died. It was the woman was the last one left and she died of a heart attack. Now this is what I got. This one, I really like this. This is I thought at first it was a scarf, but it's not. It's a pennant. You can see it's leather is in the center, and then it's felt here on the ends. It says Princeton, and it's got a leather fringe. The thing that made this nice is that it still has the tag here. Let's see. Yeah. Well, come on, focus. focus.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, it's not going to focus for me, but it says Chicago Pennant Company, and it's a very, very old tag. So, this I'm thinking I might charge close to $200 for. The jacket I might charge close to $300 for. I don't know. I got some Christian Dior ladies clothes. I got some really nice pieces of clothing, and I got a Chico's ladies jacket that still has the $189 tag in it, never worn. And this I'm excited about this too. This is nothing but wool yarn that you use for needlepoint. She's got it separated in little rings by color. And this is from Nantucket. It's called Nantucket Twist, which is, I don't think they make that anymore. So, this could be at least $100 or more.
Well, I don't understand what they pull a thread off to, how do they use that?
It's for needlepoint. Let me show you this. I got some of these too. This is called a painted tapestry. And you do needlepoint on it. And this is the color chart that tells over here. This is the color chart that tells you what colors to use. So you would get wool yarn like this from another company, and you would stitch this that would come out to look like, hold on, I haven't finished one.
It's going by numbers.
It's not by number, it's by color. You go by color. Hold on. The finished one would look like this. And then you can make this, you can frame this and put it on the wall, or you can actually take this and make this a pillow cover. So these are the tapestries, the canvases were made in Norway and England. So, they're vintage. Everything I got was vintage, let's just be honest. They had some nice tea towels. This is like a Harrods tea towel, still brand new with the Harrods tag on it where they got it from. So it's never been.
Harrods is in England, right?
Yes, Harrods is all over, but this is Harrods in Knightsbridge, which is England. So I got some cookbooks. So
if you go to an estate sale like this,
mm-hmm.
What are you after? Everything and anything, or do you have something that you say?
Something that catches your eye, usually.
Yeah, with me, it's an eye catcher.
So I'm going to say there was no hard karate there then.
No, all the cologne and everything was gone. Yeah, but let me tell you, I looked, trust me, I looked in every room. I look in every closet. I look everywhere. But it's mostly what I can find. I did get some of these too. This is Tiffany and Company. It's bridge cards and tallies. Bridge cards and tallies.
That's great. Playing cards are something to look for.
Yeah. So I got those. I got a couple ashtrays. I got an ashtray from an old Chicago hotel that's no longer there. I got some more tapestries. Got quite a few of these, the tapestries that she had. They're beautiful, and they're really, people like to stitch those. I got a couple. This is Lion King Broadway posters, and this was a specific theater in New Jersey. So I thought they might go well. So that's what I've been doing today, is just trying to get all of this described, and so then Robbie can get it put on for me.
So what do you think, Rob? Did she do well?
Oh yeah,
I think so.
Well, my total came up to, without the discount, it was close to $300, and then it was a 30% discount, and I think oh God, I forget what it came up to, but I asked him to do one. It was over 200. I asked him to do 175, and the guy looked at me like I, was retarded, But I said, please, I've got to keep it under 200 with tax and everything because of my husband. I blamed Rob. So he did. And so I got it down.
That's a good one.
I paid, it was 179 before tax. I think it was 187 out the door, which is a lot for me to pay at an estate sale.
So
for
what do
one
you,
box.
So you think you got probably over about $1,000 worth of loot out?
Yeah, I think I can get 1,000 out of everything.
If you're sitting at home watching this, you should be clapping your hands. Because I'm looking at it, I'm dead serious. This is a cool moment. I'm happy. Rob, you should be like wanting to open one of those old beers that I seen earlier about.
They're gonna be there tomorrow. I thought about going back because they probably are gonna knock it down to 50%, but I don't think so. I don't think I want to second judge my gut today. And my gut was I got everything that I felt comfortable with. So I don't want to go back just to spend money. Plus there's that big subdivision wide yard sales, rain or shine. So even if it rains tomorrow, I'm going to be able to go out there and hopefully pick up the stuff that people don't want to put back in their house. Because the last day, Rob's always has taught me that well, that the last day of sales, I know the first day is great because you have a bigger selection, but the last day is great because you get price is usually very negotiable on the last day.
So do you feel that if you go to this yard sale tomorrow that you'll be back slumming it, or?
No, because Rob and I, we've been trying to step up the things that we're buying.
You want the higher end stuff.
Yeah. And recently he put on about 45 pieces of glass because the way we've been working it is he's been giving me like 13 to 20 pieces of glass at a time. I've been describing them, setting them up as scheduled listings with no photos. And then when I come over here to Mom's, he's taking the photos and then he can go into the scheduled listings, match the photos up with my listing and go ahead and make it active. And I think we've already sold like 4 or 5 things that we just put on. So that is encouraging to me that at least the things that we're putting on must, they're appealing to people pretty quick, which is nice.
Damn, I thought I had a good day too. I sold some Hot Wheels. I was going, yeah, but you guys blow me out of the water.
No, well, we had a really good day a couple days ago. We started out great today. Rob's been selling some of his hats, and then the guy canceled on us. So, that's always aggravating. But I'm glad in a way because he was lowballing Rob so bad. I didn't think Rob should take the offer.
What site was that on?
That was eBay. But now I did make our first sale on a new site. We're on 9 different platforms.
Go. The dog.
No, I got it. 9 different platforms, and I just made our first sale on Kitizen. So I was very pleased with that.
So how many sites are you guys on there?
9.
What's the best one still, in your opinion?
I'm always going to probably go back to eBay because that's where I'm most comfortable at because I've been there for so long.
I'm just glad the competition's there just to poke them because everything I list, and I don't list like any of you guys, but it's always free. They don't take their extra. They used to dime you all the way around. So now competition's good.
Yeah, I agree. I think so. And there's a lot of sites that are, they're drilling down a little bit more into speciality. So instead of going into eBay and there's millions of listings, if you're a man, you can go on Grailed. If you're a young man, and you can go on Grailed and you can find stuff that's just geared towards men. You can go on Kitizen. You can find things that's geared just towards children and, women or maternity. So, I just think that's good.
What's on Grail? That's
Grailed is men's
yeah,
wear.
but what is it? This used clothes, pants, shirts, everything.
Hip, trendy stuff. I mean, I sold a magazine on there. I've sold clothes on there. We've sold hats on there. They have a lot of different categories you can list in.
When I was on there today, I seen you put that cup on there.
Yeah, I put a cup on there.
Really? So if I have men magazines like Playboy or something, put them on Grail?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. This one was a special interest one that I thought might go over well there, and it sold. But I don't know that it's more for the younger crowd of men. So nowadays, guys they got 5,000 pictures of naked women on their phones. They don't need Playboys.
That's right, they do. So.
Hey, we had a couple of people come in while you're talking. Natalie, the thrift raider, and Hemlock Lady Mercantile.
Oh, hey, everybody. Hey, Natalie. Natalie said she went to an estate sale but didn't find anything mind-blowing. I found so much stuff, and they had the most beautiful mink coat with matching hat that I could have got after their discount for about $90. But you know how people are about fur. So I'm just like, nah. I passed, even though it was beautiful. So
fur doesn't sell?
Well, you got people that are so extreme on it. They want you to not sell fur, and, the PETA people, they don't even want you to eat animals, much less sell their fur.
Yeah, but I'm saying if well, I don't care about any of that. If I find something, I'm not going out and trapping and killing animals or stabbing cats when they go down the street. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, eBay has categories and they sell. But my fear with that is if I sell it, what if somebody says it's fake? What if they, if it's a scam issue?
That's what I mean. If I go in an old house and there's some old coat there that looks like mink, we used to call them mink coats.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it looks good and it don't stink like somebody smoked in there for 50 years. Cigar.
Yeah. That was this place with all the ashtrays. I was worried that everything might smell like smoke, but it didn't. Thank God.
So would you sell something like that? That's what I'm saying.
Would I sell?
The fur coat, if you've seen it, it was $10.
Got one. We haven't put it on yet.
I have one. I have one that will probably sell for about. It's a short length. It's not, and it's sable. It's not mink, but I think I can probably get $400 to $500 for it. But I haven't put it on yet. But I guess now that winter is coming again, I probably will put it back. I'll probably put it on. So
because those Alaskans need that stuff. If they could have had a very warm summer where all the animals didn't grow the fur at the right time. So they might have to come back down to the lower 48 to buy some of that stuff.
They just rub the noses together, Harry, and they stay warm.
Okay.
Hey, Harry.
That only lasts 5 minutes when they get a certain age. I remember that.
Hey, Harry, speaking of Alaska, look what I got. This is the only Alaskan canned beer ever.
And look at that. That's that's a 70s or 60s can. You're killing me, Rob. Killing me. Oh, look at that top. So.
Where'd you get that from?
I brought my beer cans in from the garage.
Yeah, but Rob, once you start showing these, I'm coming down there. I want to see the cone tops.
Oh, look, there you go.
I always keep this one up here just to tease people. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, you youngsters, if you see this at a yard sale,
don't buy it.
No, definitely buy it. They're big money. Jeez,
I found these recently at a estate sale. They're like 40 bottles.
Yeah, I grabbed those if they're cheap. I don't know why.
$1 a piece, I think it was.
Is that a label?
No, it's painted on.
Painted on. See, I still grab them. They're always that's like a 50s, I think, when they started stamping the label.
Well, you can date anything that's beer if it says Internal Revenue Tax Paid. It's before 1950.
Really? And
yep.
so
if it says Internal Revenue Tax Paid, it's before 1950.
No kidding. Back in the good old days, dang on it.
Listen, Harry, Rob was in the official beer can collector club where they typed out the things and sent him papers every month and stuff. He was really big into this.
Rusty Can Bunch.
He won't, and he hasn't sold that stuff. He won't sell that. That's still in his notebooks. But he was collecting when we were in high school.
Like late grade school to high school. It's it.
Grade school.
Yeah.
Did you know about the cone top beer cans? Or
Oh yeah.
And couldn't find them?
Oh, I found them.
Okay.
Like the best area I found beer cans just out in the wild, was North Carolina.
No kidding.
Because my mom lived in a county that was dry. So like all the woods around in those areas had like beer cans galore.
Because everybody went out to the woods to drink.
Well, I did when I was growing up. One, because it was dry, is because back in the day, well, these guys, most of them won't know, but high schools, in Jersey, it was 18 to drink, and I grew up there. So, and 19, always somebody would buy beer. This is before moms against drunks, which they had a right to do because somebody would die every year. But you hang out and grab holes or in the woods and you drank beer, had bonfires, and you did naughty things, which we won't discuss tonight. It's their show.
What's the problem?
So.
Rub noses.
Exactly. Like the Eskimos.
That's right.
Warm weather, though.
We've got Natalie and Lainey saying they're afraid your dummy's going to come to life and start talking there, Harry.
Well, if that thing moves, then it's for real. Because
if it moves, then the price just doubled.
Let me show you this item, Harry.
That'd be a good deal.
You ever seen one of these?
That's some kind of bottle opener or something, right? What is it?
It's a can opener.
It's Falstaff.
You put it up on top of the bar, and they open the can with it.
Isn't
You have to take the whole damn top off, or just
no? It's got the puncture right there.
That's definitely, what is that, 50s? Or
It's like 40s or 50s. Falstaff.
No kidding.
Branded.
I have a Falstaff cone top upstairs.
It's probably really not that. It's probably 60s because the handle is aluminum.
Okay.
This thing is like cast iron.
Y'all are seeing two beer can enthusiasts right now.
We're going to have the beer show one of these. Keg, beer can, or bottle. You just decide.
I got my oldest can that I have right now in here somewhere.
Uh-oh.
Dog is like whining.
All right, let her whine.
I don't know what she wants. There's a ton of them in here. You ever heard of that one?
I have that right in the garage.
Oh, yeah, this one?
I absolutely have that in the garage.
Huh.
It's sitting right in there. You know what's good? At that year type of cans, those Bach cans are always big. Got a Pittsburgh Steelers, got a few of the Iron Cities. They're all over up this way, though, because Philadelphia and then Pittsburgh. And
oh, that's true. You're a lot closer than we are.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's about 4 hours away.
So, Robbie, are you going to keep the Princeton can?
No, I'll sell it.
Okay.
I could keep it if you want me to.
Am I allowed to do a 2-on-2 on this show?
Yes, you are most certainly allowed to go.
You know the age, so.
Yep.
We're back at 2-on-2.
Here's the other one. This is the old one I have right now.
That's one of the originals. Turn that around, Rob. That has the instructions on how to open it. Absolutely. Yeah. When you find those in pristine shape, you're talking big money. They're the first cans before the cone tops. Matter of fact, because if you bought a 6-pack, it came with the can opener.
It had to tell you how to open it.
Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff, youngsters. Be right back.
This one's about 1939, I think.
Yeah, that's the beginning of them.
Rob, he's gonna go take a 2-and-2. He'll be back.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That changes to 10. Not yet. That's 10 years from now. Be right back.
Let the man go, for God's sakes.
Tommy Bernard slipped in here while you were talking.
Oh, okay. Hey, Tommy. Rob's looking a lot better tonight. He's got a flesh tone to him. How's that arm doing?
Great.
Is it almost completely gone?
Yeah, I got to clean it tonight, so.
Rob got a battle scar while doing battle with Comcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Lainey said she's hoping the doll does move because it'll scare her, get rid of her hiccups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mama had the hiccups tonight. She never gets the hiccups. It was right out of the blue. Right after we were eating dinner, she started hiccuping. So I don't know what that was from. Hey, Mom's got 2 kittens and 2 cats out here. Rob, you want one?
Nope.
That was quick.
Hey, you know what we were talking about earlier? I talked and she refused.
Your mother?
Yeah.
Well, tell everybody what you wanted to do.
No, wait until Harry comes back.
Oh, okay. Since it was geared towards Harry. So here, put me full screen. I'm gonna show my dress I got. Oh God. That was the one I was talking about. That was hold on, let me get this out of the way. Look at this crazy vest. It's all needlepoint on the front. All from New Jersey. I think those are monograms though, but I don't care. I still thought it was cool. Very old, vintage vest. Hold on. I'm getting there. This is it. This is my dress. You can see it's long sleeve. There I am. Who did I say made it? Can't read it. Looks like Peg Ann. I don't know. Very long, all the way to the floor.
So what kind of style would you call that?
Very slim woman, you can tell.
That's not bohemian, right?
No. And then this is my Christian Dior. I think it's maybe a lounging, like a house robe, maybe. I don't know. But it's quilted and it's lined. Come on.
Yeah.
Christian Dior.
Yeah, we can see it now.
All the way to the ground. It's purple. It looks kind of blue, but it's purple. So it's beautiful. And it goes all the way to the floor. Yeah, dressing gown. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Dressing gown.
House coat.
Well, I can probably get more money if I call it a dressing gown. So I'm going to go with dressing gown. All right, Robbie, you can take me off big screen. That's what I wanted to show was that.
Is that all from the estate sale?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got, what about four pieces of clothes, 4 or 5 pieces of clothes, and then the rest of it was just an assortment of stuff. I got something from almost every room. So
what other type of antiques did they have? They had to have a lot of antiques, or not really?
Well,
or just artsy stuff?
It was tons of glassware.
I'm going to go feed the dog. I'll be right back.
There was dish sets, probably 5 or 6 different dish sets. A few teapots, but nothing that really seemed to interest me, to be honest with you. They had some Asian dishes that didn't really do anything for me. A lot of serving platters, but this has been going on for a couple days. So they had a lot of trinket boxes that were left, lots of CDs and books. Not too many clothes were left, but I was surprised what I got was still there.
So your second day in there then?
It was either second or third day. I'm not sure, but it's got one more day.
You still hit a home run. The Princeton banner, I think anything in that Princeton, I think that's going to buy because I think those people look for that. And they're going
I do too. I think that, and I've got I've got 4 different Princeton items, so I think that'll help it too. That'll get people in the searching and then looking, for stuff. So, yeah, Lainey, all the clothes though were small sizes. I wish they were bigger. I might keep them, but I would love to lounge around in my Christian Dior dressing coat.
Great.
So who went to Princeton, the woman or the man, or both?
The man did. She went to a female college because there was some sorority stuff there, but it was so specific to her sorority, more the sorority than the college. I don't even really know what college it was. It was just, it had things to do with sorority, which I don't know. That may have been a bad thing. Maybe I should have picked up some of that too. I don't know.
So when you look at this stuff, do you already know in the mind, oh, this is hot, or do you go to your phone and go?
I didn't have my phone with me. I don't usually.
This is by this. You knew. You have.
Well, I don't know whether you'd say I know. I just go with my gut, which was scary today because the things were more expensive than I'm normally used to paying. Normally, if we are spending $100 in an estate sale, we're filling up the van, not getting one box. So it was. I mean, I know Princeton sells. I know that. I know the clothes I got. I just knew by the look, and of course, Christian Dior. That name, and I don't know. I guess it was in the needle points to all the craft stuff I got. I know about that. I was confident.
But crafts. So
yeah, that's what I mean. Thank you. Natalie says I have a sixth sense. Yes, I got all tingly.
So it's not a sixth sense. What would a yard sale? You got the yard sale sense.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll have to make a movie about that, but we'll have to come up with our own number on that one.
Yeah, I see bargains. There you go. I see bargains.
I talk to bargains.
Yeah. So
take an 8-ball with you and shake it. Is this worth a shit?
No, I was thinking of it. I was thinking of a different 8-ball, but okay. I didn't see how that was going to help me, but
Robert the Thrifty Lobster just came in.
That is Michigan Bob. How many times do I have to tell you that?
Well, his name's Robert.
I know, but he goes by Michigan Bob. He'll always be Michigan Bob to me.
Okay.
Here's a question.
You're calling by his proper name.
Whatever happened to the dude that went down to North Carolina or Brandon? The one that bought the warehouse. Did he disappear or?
Too
damn busy.
Him and Josie split up, his girlfriend, but they amicably. It wasn't a big deal. They're still friends and everything. And I think he's doing bees, and he's got the thing at the big warehouse that he got. Plus, he still has this antique boot. I think he just has so many irons in the fire right now.
Is he in the Air Force too?
Yes, as far as I know, yes, he's still in the Air Force.
Oh, he's reserve. Or is he full time?
No, he was full time.
So he moved near his base, or is he out?
Yes, he moved. That's why he moved there. That's where his base was.
Oh, okay.
So he came from Japan. He'd been stationed over in Japan, and then he got transferred to the one there in North Carolina. So, and he bought a house. He bought a house. So he has that investment, and then I think he bought a big truck, and he got a trailer, and he got the warehouse. I think he just has so much going on right now. That was a lot.
There's a couple people that disappear and then you don't see them, and he was one. I remember him being on all the time, and then
I'm still on Facebook friends with him, so I still see him around on Facebook some. So, we have a special bond.
That's good. I figured when he got the warehouse, I thought this dude's going to take off, and he's going to be busy, but you can still kind of put the camera up there once in a while and say, "What's up?" So.
Well, I know that I think the warehouse, I think there was some repairs or things he might have to do. So, I mean, he may be busy trying to get all that done, and who knows with virus going on, and you never can tell with the military what's going on with them. things could have got crazy on base, and you just never know. So. Hey, Bearded Thrift Machine. First time watching the live. Great show. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Harry's the star of the show.
He was this week. He was on the Nurse Flippers show, so I watched that.
Oh, okay. You mean Cat?
I think his name's Julian.
Okay. Cat show, yeah. Cat's she lives close to us. We've all said that. One day, see, everybody says, oh, everybody should get together. And it's not that I would love to get together with Cat, but I don't want to go shopping with her because then she becomes a rival.
Yeah, that's what I can't do with my buddy down the street. We do the clean outs together. But he said about the yard sale thing. Anytime if we're on vacation, we go up the Adirondacks together. Then we'll go. We're after the same stuff, so
yeah,
coming with me.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Cat, she sells anything like us. I mean, she'll sell anything. So, we would be like tripping each other or something. It would be.
Oh, you would have both had that Princeton banner. I think you could have got her, Lisa, though, on the Princeton banner. I think so.
But she is younger than me. I'll give her that. She's younger than me. Plus,
yeah, but you got wisdom. And you could say, hey, but she'd have been going.
I could have let her look, try on that mink coat,
Yeah, Cat. There's a couple of Hawaiian shirts. They're right on the back.
Hawaiian shirts
over here.
They did have some tummy behind.
She's still new at the game, Lisa. You've been in it a long time, so just put her astray there.
Well, sometimes Rob and I say that when we go into a sale, Rob will get out of the car and leave me. He just goes. He never waits for me. And because it's kind of a competition with us when we're going to a sale together, we kind of see who can find the best stuff. And a lot of times we'll go and we never stay together. We always split up. And then we'll kind of meet each other and he'll say, I saw some craft stuff you might want to go check out over there. And I'll say, yeah, well, I saw, beer cans or, whatever you might want to go check out there. So we kind of tell each other where to go.
Yeah, and usually it ends up with Lisa, like still looking, and I have to carry all her stuff to the front.
Usually it ends up Lisa in the closet going through the clothes. Because we had a huge mega score with, I don't know if the guys are still in here, but, we were talking about the estate sale company that we knew from where we worked before, but Wing PD, they have their own channel. And it's not about thrifting. It's about eating chicken wings. So if anybody hasn't subscribed to them, what are they? They're like over 1,000 subs already. Mm-hmm. I mean, their channel is new and they're, but people like to watch people eat hot stuff. They go around and eat wings and give you a review of them, but they also have an estate sale company. But I got some really good clothes from the last estate sale that we went to from them. But we go to them on the last day, which is their 50% off day. And, if you're putting a big bulk lot of stuff up there, he gives a better deal than 50%. So who can pass it up? So
you guys got a good thing going though, because there's two of you and you can do that. If I tried to get one of my family members to do that, it ain't happening. So I'd love to be able to do that because you could cover so much, especially when you go to community yard sales in the spring or fall, and there's a ton of them. Mm-hmm. You go that way, I'll go that way. We'll meet.
We've done that before. You start on that side of the street, I'll start on this side of the street, and then we'll cross back over.
I'd be 2 bags and a backpack, man. So.
Well, what's bad is now my sisters start to look out for stuff. In fact, it was my sister that saw this estate sale when she was coming out here yesterday. She said, I passed an estate sale on my way out here. If you go into town tomorrow, you might want to stop. So I ended up having to go into town for Mom to get her bananas because she has to have a banana a day for the potassium. And the estate sale was before I got to the grocery store. So I had to go. But I would have never even looked for it if my sister hadn't told me about it.
August still one.
Yeah, but Florida is where you guys are at. What city is your nearest city?
Mine is Ocala.
Yeah. My nearest city, big city would be Jacksonville, which is just huge. I mean, there's hundreds of sales.
And you got to start. Oh my God, and it's all year round. It's all just is July and August still isn't happening in Florida.
I looked at estate sales that were within, I think, 20 miles of Mom's house, and I think there was over 20.
What about yard sales?
The yard sales people down here don't advertise as much. They just stick signs out.
Really?
So, like in the small town she was at, I passed 3 or 4 signs for yard sales, but I did not stop. Even though I had cash, I did not stop.
So I could have yard sale overtime there all year round.
Oh yeah, yard sales go on. There's usually a yard sale, at least one yard. You can find a yard sale every weekend.
The coldest month around here is about January. That's about it.
Yeah, but people have them.
50, 60 degrees still.
Oh, it's got freeze before.
We do have cold days. We don't have very many cold days, but I've had people that have lived up north that have said that they can't believe how cold it is when we do get cold. It is cold. It just doesn't stay cold. You know, that's the thing.
It's nice. It's because I was in there. I think it came down in January or February, and we was sweatshirts and shorts, and at night it was 40 degrees. That's my life. I'll take that. But when you guys get to that heat stuff, and
the other day
thunderstorms, get out of town. I don't want it.
The other day I was driving into town, and I went by one of the places that has, the temperature. It was 107.
Yeah, that's hot.
It's miserable. Yeah, Natalie. See, Natalie can understand and appreciate because she said it gets cold in Louisiana too. I mean, you guys get more snow than we do. I've heard it snowing in Louisiana. Well, we get flurries. We've had flurries over the last couple of years. So, it's flipping goodies. That's another.
I'm looking right now. I just seen him come in.
Yeah, that's another Florida reseller.
That dude's my electronic dude. I kind of like him. He's from this area, and then he moved down. Well, he's New York, but I still think the Northeast stuff. I'll tell you, he's pretty cool. That's all. I can say.
Well, he's in our area too, Harry.
Yeah,
he probably lives closer to us probably than Kat does.
Yeah.
Really? Because I like watching all you guys' stuff, and I get jealous. But then I hear the heat when it's 100 degrees in October. I don't want that. At least I was down there in October, the beginning of one time. It's still 80-some degrees. I'm going, Jesus. I'm going up north with Justin Time, Flipper. He buys a lot of tools, and so he's got that New England accent. I'm going up there with him. We're gonna shack up in some shack or something like that. When Sweetie kicks me out, but
I'm waiting for Brian to move down. Mr. Buys a lot. I'm waiting for him to move.
Oh my God, that dude! He's the up top guy. Even that you watch what Craigslist guy and stuff like that. They don't have anything on Brian. Brian's got that monster warehouse. He's pretty good. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Hey, John, Dad's Vintage Garage just joined us. Thank you. He said, I'm handling you two just fine. That's good. I'm used to juvenile boys. I can handle these two.
Great.
That's the Virginia guy, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I like him too. He's cool.
Yeah.
I like you all.
Yeah. But see, you guys are about the same age. So there you go.
I'm a little older.
Yeah. Rob's a little older than Harry.
What, 1 year, 6 months, something like that?
Something like that. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. I mean, that's why we talk about, people say, well, when we go to eBay, they say, well, you can start a group. You could have a group of resellers in your area and you guys could meet up and talk. I'm like, what are we going to talk about? We won't talk about reselling because nobody's going to talk about where they buy stuff from because we'd be too afraid somebody would steal our, our honey holes.
There's I don't have it. Well, I got Tommy Bernard. He's but he doesn't. I think he's clothes. So clothes, hats, and stuff like that. He's downstate, but
well,
I don't have anybody by me that I worry about.
He likes video games too. I think.
Yeah, that's right. He is a video game.
And shoes. He does shoes too.
What's that?
Shoes. He likes shoes.
Yeah, well, I count that all as a clothes.
Oh, it's clothes. Gotcha.
I'll sell shoes. I'd sell any of it. I'll Al Bundy in the section. There's no doubt about it. So,
I bought some children's shoes. I still haven't got them put on yet, though. That was my latest thing because I was putting them on Kittison. And now that I've made my first sale on Kittison, yay!
Speaking about children's shoes, every probably 60-70% of cleanouts that I go into, they leave those brass shoes behind. Those damn things. No, I was shocked.
Don't you hate that? It's sad.
They throw their pictures. Their pictures are all there. There's a generation that comes up that just don't want anything, and then it goes. That's why I don't even worry about pictures or any of that stuff.
Well, I know I on Facebook. I have a lot of groups, reseller groups that I'm in on Facebook, and one of them, a lady was like, I bought this gorgeous ginger jar at Goodwill. She said, and I opened, or I looked at around the lid, and it had a chip on it. She said, and I was really upset, but not too much because it doesn't show. So she said, I'm going to keep it for myself. I still really like it. She said, and normally I turn it over and look to see who made it, but she didn't. She brought it home and turned it over, and it had the name of the guy who died and who was inside the jar.
Oh, so she got one of those ashes deals.
Yeah, it was.
I went into a clean out, like what they left. Their urns, right? Yes. They're called urns. Yeah, there were like 3 of them in there.
Yeah, but I mean, it breaks my heart when I see baby shoes. And I see family photos and things like that. But, I just have to realize I can't rescue them. I can't rescue them all. But if I could, I would. But, what am I going to do with them all? I wish I could figure out something to do with them.
Well, if you look at the whole thing on that, I think even from getting buried, I mean, do you go to your great-great-grandfather's grave or grandmother's grave? Nobody does. I mean, after you go, unless you're famous, nobody cares. So. We have our time, and then we just go. So
I still do.
What's that? Great-great-grandmoms?
My great. Well, I don't know where she's buried at, but I do go to my grandmother and my great grandmother.
Yeah, you're rare, but a lot of that stuff just.
Well, they're all buried in the same cemetery. So see, it's one stop. It's a one-stop shop. My whole my family has a huge thing.
So you got a family thing going on.
Yeah, everybody's
going to say Harry don't visit his grandma. She's in the head, man. She's in the head. She's
all right.
Once you go, if you believe in God or whatever you believe in, they're gone. So
yeah,
I just let it go.
Well, I shouldn't say the only reason, but a big reason is we always go and change the flowers out. We always keep nice looking flowers on there. So we change the flowers out with the seasons. So, and we take a dust thing, and because it's mostly dirt, there's not a lot of grass. So we dust off the headstone and everything. And
so your family's been in Florida for generations.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah. And my dad's family, who knows where they are? Well, my dad, when he passed away right now, he's in the living room.
So he's
in a box.
Okay, box urn.
He's in a great wooden box that has a big fish on the front of it, and then has his name on the top. So.
And I'm from Illinois.
No kidding. And you moved down to Florida.
But when we go back up to Illinois, what do? We always go by the cemetery and visit the family.
Really?
My mom mentioned that it's going to be 6
and
years.
Then the yard sale.
We go to the yard sale first, then we go to the cemetery later.
Because I thought Florida was like New Jersey and New York's retirement home, but maybe I'm wrong. I know a lot of New Jersey and New York people move to Florida.
Yeah, I think they said at one time that we have probably more original New Yorkers than New York has.
Well, Flippin', where's he at? Flippin' Goodies, is he still in there? He's somewhere in there, so.
Yeah, he's in a small town that's not too far from us, and we thrift that area too. So,
If you guys ever had to meet up down in Florida, that would be cool.
The only person we've ever met in person is actually No Money G, which is Greg, and
he's down there.
He used to live in Florida, but now he lives in Ohio, right, Rob?
I think so.
I think he's in Ohio. He flew down here for the eBay upfront. I mean, yeah, was it eBay upfront? Mm-hmm. Because he still has friends and family that live down here. So he flew down here, and then we met up with him and had a meal and hung out with him that night. So.
And Natalie's remind you met Rally Roots.
I met Rally Roots. Yeah.
And also Anthony Pittsburgh.
That's true. We met Pittsburgh and his wife, his lovely wife, Ashley. Yes, we did.
He's a down to earth guy, and
I actually met. To be clear, I've actually met Rally Roots twice.
Yeah.
So who's Rally Roots?
Who's Rally Roots?
That is Ryan.
I probably know them. I've probably seen them, but
they're like a younger couple that do it. And they, now they're geared towards T-shirts. I think. Are they big in the YouTube world?
Yeah, huge. They make I think last year he disclosed they made $70,000 just off of YouTube.
Wow, that's what I want.
And then they have all their other income that they do. They bought a huge property around Tampa that was a church that they're converting into it. They call it the Ranch.
Wow.
So they have a group of people that, what do they call it, Rob? They mentor them. You pay them so much a month or however it goes, and then they send you stuff to sell.
Really?
Yes.
Who wants me as their mentor? Just send your email. I'm ready to go. I'm cheap right now. I'm going to get expensive.
You better
get early. We can cut a deal.
That's right. Get early.
Your fault.
Getting early before he's super famous.
Really?
Before he's on Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
No kidding. Good for them.
So yeah, they're really young. They drive a Tesla, right?
Yeah.
They drive a Tesla. Who was it that went down there that drove his Tesla?
The Florida Flipper.
Florida Flipper did. Yeah, he drove the Tesla. And he's like, man, y'all didn't drive the Tesla when you were down there. I was like, Rob was so sick. He was puking in a bucket. No way I would put him in their Tesla for him to vomit all over it,
And that was the regular flu, right?
Yes,
yeah,
it was the regular.
You need something bad.
Yeah, that was early December. We went down to their garage sale.
Drank one of them old dirty beers.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. We were supposed to go on Saturday, and he was so sick we couldn't go on Saturday. And then he was just, and I said, "That's it. I don't care if you've got to take a bucket with you. We're going on Sunday." So I made him go on Sunday. Yeah.
You are a trooper, Rob.
And they were the ones that they let us videotape while we were there in their warehouse. And we were the only ones in there with them. So they hung out with us. They talked to us. They're real down to earth. And they're the ones that I made mention to about Chris, old school picker. I said on the video that we were talking about our accents. And I said, I have a friend that, he says what he sewed. And it sounds like he's saying sewed, like you sew with a needle and thread.
Right.
And, that's when everybody started giving Chris crap about, what he sewed.
Some of them call him Larry too.
Yeah, they call him Larry. They do. But he's gone over 1,000 subscribers. And
I know. He's rocking. He hung out with that reverend, and that reverend touched his right shoulder, and look at him. He took off like wildfire.
Yep. He is now monetized, so he can hopefully turn
really?
Yeah, he's already monetized, so hopefully he can turn that into something good. And
for him, I'm very that's one guy that I'm happy for
Yeah.
because he is taking care of the whole bunch, if you know what I
Mhm.
mean. So
He's very down to earth. You know, I don't think he. Of course, I did find out that he used to beat pigeons with a stick.
well, he was probably young. So everybody would you are evil when they're young. I was one of
I
them.
confessed I shot a butterfly. He confessed that he
Yeah.
beat a pigeon with a stick. So
Yeah, well, I was an evil bastard when I was a kid. God forgive me. You grow up and everybody's got their own skeletons. I was an evil little bastard. Yes, I was. So God forgive me. So
that's all right. We all have to sow our oats. We all got to sow them, right, Rob? Sow them oats.
Flippin' Goodies says came from Michigan.
Oh, from Michigan. Okay.
who did?
Flippin' Goodies.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Says Michigan.
It says Michigan also. So he was also in Michigan.
Oh, okay.
So he must have moved around a few times.
He's got it. He sounds more like the New York accent, though. That's where I thought that it doesn't matter. He's still he is my electronic guy, so I can blame him if my stereo doesn't sell. No, I'm not kidding.
No, Rob, you're wrong.
Some cool stuff.
He was saying he's not from Michigan. He said a lot of people from Michigan come to
okay. He says from Rhode Island.
So, I guess they come to different parts down there because Florida's like that hanging thing, you know. So they go like this part's Michigan. There's the Jersey and New Yorkers. And
this is how everybody from Michigan describes where they live, you know. He said he's from Long Island. He's from Krillinville.
Yeah. There you go.
So, and Chris says, and thus the legend of OSP was born.
Yeah. He in here is Chris.
Yeah, he's here.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
So.
See, once in a while I peek at the phone because I can't see the chat. So, hey, how you been, OSP?
He's been busy. He's been putting out all those videos. I mean, he's been putting out a video a day.
I just seen one flash up.
If one person takes off, I hope he takes off like a stinking bottle rocket.
Mm-hmm.
He does very good. You guys are so. Where are you at now on the sub?
We're still hovering around 910 because we lost a couple this weekend.
How I don't understand you guys. I don't understand. I really don't. How some people.
I'm getting
a hold of my Asian crowd, and they're going to bang you.
You know,
you don't get to the 1,000, even if they don't watch. You want. This is how I look at YouTube. Get to. I've got my goals, so I don't care anymore. But get to the 1,000, so you can get to your goals. So you say, I got 1,000.
You better get to 1,100 because I'll probably lose some.
And then then you get to the four. Well, you've got millions of hours.
Yeah,
so
we're fine on hours. We're good on hours.
Commercial, then I know. Oh shit! I made the oh crap! I made the old.
I don't think I've cussed. Damn! I don't think I've cussed on the whole show tonight.
So, guess what? The rest of the show, we're all going to throw out cuss words.
I have no problem with that. I mean, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And Rob and I mean, we do talk about reselling sometimes, but a lot of times we don't talk about reselling because, I mean, if you go on, that's all YouTube is. It's full of everybody talking about reselling. And I don't mind listening to some shows, but, you know, sometimes you just get tired of talking about it.
Nah, it's fun to talk about it all. I threw out ghost stuff out there once in a while. That's old. Ghost is cool. Halloween coming up. Throwing time
but see, you share what you love. You share your collections and things.
Yeah, I just show it all.
And that to me, that's what I love about you, Harry, is because you're so genuine about it. You can hear your passion in it, how much you really like your insulators. I love because I have quite a few insulators too. I love when you talk insulators. You know, I find that fascinating.
Insulators.
I get all tingly and excited. I got like 10 now. One time you texted me or you put out something on Instagram. I'm getting worried that you might be a hoarder. Absolutely. But look at the treasure. I mean, it's all around. I got the Stooges over there. Three Stooges, not the band Stooges. Beer lights all here, beer stuff, beer and other things, and then beer again. It's our man thing. But no, I got look at this guy.
About your Coca-Cola clock.
Yeah, Coke. I got some Coke back there. We got it all.
All right, Harry. Lainey, who's from the UK, wants to know insulators for what? You got an insulator around there real quick you can show her?
Lainey, I absolutely do. Whoop, whoop.
Explain to her what insulators are used for or what they were used for.
The wire, the old telephone poles, they were all over the place. Yep. There's all different lines had different colors. Some had police lines, I guess telegraph lines and railroads and your power to your house. They were all over everybody's house, Adam. If you go out, like drive out to, say, like West Virginia, you'll still see some of them wires coming off the telephone poles with insulators to a house with insulators. So I don't know what they did, but they were glass and ceramic. So they're a wraparound point or something, and there's some kind of non-conductive material. Even when San Francisco burnt down, they made wooden ones, so they're sought after too. So England has them, Russia has them, Poland has them, everybody has them.
That's what she said. She said she thinks they're gray over there. But see, the thing, like, so with ours is they're different colors. There's different colors. There's some that are slightly different shapes, and so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's whose line it was. So you get like I have Pennsylvania Railroad ones, I have cobalt blue ones, I have all kinds. So people used to bust them that worked on the lines because guys were climbing poles and stealing them. So they get in there. The guys that had to work on them said, "I don't give a shit what they're worth. I got to go down here and repair them all the time." So they started cracking them. They would crack them so nobody would climb the lines anymore.
I remember, I told you that Mom used to dig for glass, and that was one thing that she always kept if she found were the insulators. So I think that's what that was at a young age that I saw that was something that she liked. So, it kind of went down the line for me too.
Old bottles. That was one of my first things was old bottles. And glass insulators would show up. But I collect so much stuff. You'd be surprised.
I had at one time because of course the old bottles, they have the really nice cobalt blue ones, and then you have clear ones, and there's ones that are brown, and there's ones that are clear. And what I did is I had like groupings of them on shelves by color, and there's all different sizes and shapes. They're just beautiful. They're just beautiful.
They're good money too, actually. You got the real old ones from up this way. Bitters. If you ever seen something that said Bitters on it and not a repro, and you'll know a repop, but there was Indian Queens, and you have to look that stuff up. But old Bitters bottles and mason jars are big money.
Yep.
Any of that mason jars, you found an amber one, big money. It's all just not big money, but 75, 150, $200. They're not going to retire. So forget about it.
Vintage Vinny just came in, Rob.
Hello.
So listen, you and Harry talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm going to go check on Mom, and I'll be right back.
All right.
Rob, I'm going to have to get a refreshment.
Okay, go on.
I'll be right back. 2 and 2.
Cool. See what else is in the chat here. Vintage Vinny, okay. We might have somebody else be coming on here soon, checking on something, but we might have another guest coming on here soon. What else is going on? So, Rob, what's up? Oh, hey, Natalie. I watched your latest video, too, about your rotary phones. That was interesting. I don't think I've ever even sold a rotary phone. Hello, Rick, Star City Picker. Yeah, Charlie McCarthy. That thing's been around for a while. People swear it moves. I don't think I've ever seen it move before, but people swear it's moved before. But I don't think it has. Yeah, rotary phones. I mean, that stuff is. I mean, if you can find, I mean, people say the right color, but I mean, I don't know if it does have something to do with the color or not. I mean, maybe red is about. If you get a red rotary phone, I guess that might be more worth more than something else. But, I don't think I've ever sold a rotary phone though in my years of 20 some years of eBay, which would be very strange, but yeah, vintage Vinny. I would love to have one to sell. I mean, it's been a while since they've had a landline around. I don't think I've ever. I think I've had one of those. What do you call it? One of those fake landlines here before. I forgot what they even were called. You stick it in the computer and you had the landline. Can't remember what it was called. But what is this? Vintage Vinny pink and aqua are the most desirable, and seafoam green. Oh, seafoam green for the color. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I'd say the red. Maybe red. I think red might be something that would stand out, but seafoam green would seem like it would stand out too. We're talking about rotary phones, Harry.
Is that Natalie talking about those?
Yeah, I told her I watched her video today.
Yeah, I've seen it. Hey, Natalie, check this out. This I used to.
Oh, he's got a red one. Oh, it's a touch tone, but
yeah, this is touch tone. I upgraded. This is back in the teen phones, we would call them.
You got the hotline.
My buddies used to call me like 3 o'clock. You couldn't, unless you unplugged them, you couldn't silence them or anything. So somebody called me 3 o'clock in the morning just to wake me up. Smart asses, but that's how it used to be. I had some of the black ones, some ones from the 40s and stuff, but I know Pink, you had a blue one. She had a brown one too. That stuff, I'd grab that stuff if it goes cheap. Snoopy, look out for him. Charlie, they had those ones too. They were good ones.
Oh, we're talking about phones now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Natalie put a video out about rotary dial phones today.
Okay, Vinny, you're right. I do think you're a Gen Xer.
What?
You just learned how to use a rotary dial phone a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
So what's old to them are probably flip phones.
I don't know. God, you remember those? It wasn't the first, but some of the first car phones when they had those bag phones. My sister had one of those bag phones. That's crazy.
With the old.
Oh, excuse me, don't leave me on.
Yeah, I had the touch tones and just like I show that red one. That's just like a prop thing. Because I always felt like this was the atomic bomb threat in your presence. Let's go, set them off.
Stop it!
For me, Harry, it was the bat phone.
You have one?
No, I'm just saying
the red one, Commissioner.
I had a red phone, and to me that's what it was. It was the bat phone, I guess maybe it could be for Batgirl. I could be Batgirl. I don't know.
Absolutely. You just start that old. Didn't he do the flashlight thing?
Yeah.
And then have the bat symbol, and then you got to take off out of the bat cave.
Yep. Yep. And used to. When I was growing up, we had what they called a party line too. One of our neighbors had the same phone number as us.
Huh.
I heard that.
No, he didn't have the same phone number, but our lines. So like I could pick up the phone and he'd be talking. So we'd hang up. And then if we were using the phone, he'd pick it up and listen because he was a dirty old man. But there was nothing we were talking about. But
if I was a kid, I'd dropped in a minute.
You knew he was on the phone. But we had a shared party line when I was growing up. I remember that.
For everybody that's young, here's what you did. Your brother was talking, and I have an older brother. So you went downstairs, kind of snuck this off, and you held that in the whole time. Then you listened.
Put your hand over the mouthpiece. I don't hear you breathing.
That's right.
Then when it got to a certain point, I made a noise, and he'd come down the stairs going after me, but I could outrace him. So
hey, I used to do that when Rob would be talking to his ex-wife. I want to know what they were talking about. Usually me. So yeah, the big cord that you could walk down the hallway with, so you could try and get out of the kitchen.
The thing about that, it always kinked up.
Always.
Hose. So it's big at first, but it's going to shrink up again. So
a party line, Lainey, is when two different phone numbers share the same line. So you both can't use it when at the same time. So like I said, if we were home and we wanted to use our phone, we could pick it up and we could hear our neighbor talking to whoever he was talking to. So we knew the phone line was busy. So we'd have to hang up, wait for him to get done. And then we could pick up our phone and dial the number. But while we were talking to people, he could pick up his number and listen and hear what we were saying. So it's crazy.
Sounds like a 70s headache.
It was 70s. Yeah. And we didn't have it for long. We didn't have
now, why did you have to have that? Because you was in a
very rural
area?
I don't think we had to. I think it was just, it might have been out here in the rural areas. Maybe they were doing that. I don't know.
I heard of them. I never had them.
So, but yeah, we didn't have it for long. I mean, we had 4 girls living here plus mom and dad. So there's 6 people in our house. So our phone rang quite a bit. So we got our own line, so we wouldn't have to worry about it.
Those 70s.
Yeah. Yeah, it was creepy.
Okay, we got somebody else coming on. Ready?
What?
I got another guest coming on.
Oh, okay.
It's Chris.
What's up?
Old school, what's up?
My ears were burning.
Yeah, what do we have to do to get a shout out from you now?
You gotta buy something from me.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm still looking for the autographed picture we might send you.
Yeah. What's up, Harry?
How you doing? I'm glad you're doing. You're taking off like wildfire. I'm so happy for you. I really am. So, but you guys don't watch OSP to me, Chris, Larry, whatever the hell you want to call him. You need to watch it. So, no, he's great. He is. I watched when they had that get together, and I'd have liked to have been there too. But maybe someday. That dude from the OBX guy, he looks like he's a ball of fun too. They just look like they all had a good time. So that's good.
Yeah, we had an awesome time on the 127, so that was awesome.
Yeah, Rob and I. That's one thing we were so disappointed we had to miss it this time.
Yeah, I was hoping to get to see you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys would have showed that. The one dude, the Alabama guy, he'd have been fun probably too. He's done well. What's the redneck reseller?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's done pretty good for himself. He's doing real good for himself.
No, absolutely, he actually is. But some of them words he has, I know what the hell he's talking about because I'm a hick. So when he said "hand it," I knew exactly what the hell he was talking about. It was haunted, but
we were talking about food.
I can pick it up.
Yeah, we were talking about Southern food the other day, and it's great when you have people on that when you say something that you eat or that your family members eat, they don't like coil and horror that, oh my God, you eat that. Yeah, we do. We fry it first. It has to be fried properly first, but we do eat it.
What are they?
We were talking about squirrel brains.
Yep.
I haven't had that.
Yeah.
My grandma used to eat them.
Oysters. I haven't had those.
I've never ate squirrel brains, but I have watched my mother and my aunt eat them, and it's Dad used to go squirrel hunting, and he always saved me the tail, so like I had all these
tail. I remember, and I put in there, I've had frog legs, and you go, I don't know about that. Did Rob have frog legs before?
Never.
No.
Really? They're actually don't knock them. They're clean critters. So.
Mm-hmm. And
I think a frog leg is probably a crappie.
My family was a big beef tongue eater. They liked beef tongue.
I haven't had that. I'd try that.
They eat well, they used to eat chitlins when they were growing up. I've never ate them. I have no desire to eat them, or tripe, or pig's feet. My mother eats pickled pig's feet.
I haven't had that one. Chitlins, though, they're no big deal, are they? Or is it? Oh, it's grits. Grits.
Chitlins are intestines, Harry, and you know how you cook them.
I haven't had that.
You have to boil the shit out of them.
I've had gizzards and the turkey gizzard and heart when they come.
And then fried chicken livers and gizzards and all that. So that's a delicacy down here,
Oh, okay. The liver, I've never liked liver out of anything. It's
Turkey Lobster says beef tongue tacos.
There you go. Why not?
Are they good?
Why not? You know what? My aunt she liked to gross people out. So like she would have the tongue cooking, and then she'd like fork it with a big old, serving fork and pull it out. And it looks just like the cow's going, blah, and it's gross. But the way they can slice it, it looks pretty cool. They used
How
to make.
How big is that? Like,
it's a pretty big tongue.
Yeah. It's not like a giraffe tongue, but it's pretty big.
It's not like a giraffe. That's true. Giraffes do have bigger tongues, but it's crazy. I mean, let me think. Hoghead cheese was always something they did. My granny used to make that.
And everybody in the South has a jar of pickled eggs in their
pickled egg. They pickle everything. Pickled okra, pickled eggs. Anything that can be pickled, they pickle.
Yep.
So, but I mean, it's just to me, it's not gross. I mean, I may not eat it, but I know somebody that does, and it doesn't gross me out. I don't know that if Rob was eating chitlins, I'd want to go get a big, open mouth kiss from him afterwards. I might just pass on that. But I think
South Jersey has muskrat. So it's like they're just they're swamp. Well, they're not rats, but they're what is that, like? They're a beaver without a tail or something like that. But people eat those. Mm-hmm. They have big dinners for the muskrat. I think even some of Delaware does it too.
Mm-hmm. I don't eat raccoon, but there's people that eat raccoon. I mean, there's people that eat just about everything that's out there. I mean, a lot of people, they like to hunt, and anything that back when that was, you didn't buy your meat in the supermarket. Whatever you whatever you got was what you ate for dinner, But my granddad raised cows and pigs and chickens. And so, and then they would use every part of the animal that they possibly could. They ate the kidneys, the liver, the heart. They ate all that. So
yummy.
Not my favorite. I do not like organs. I'm not a big fan of organs. So
I was telling Chris about what Sandy's doing lately.
Oh yeah, I heard you say that whenever it's a horn. Is it a horn that he's honking or something?
Yeah, it's a viewer sale. And it toots a horn, and then Sandy thinks it's outside the door.
Yeah. Please honk, do that several times just to aggravate Rob, Chris. That's great.
I've been driving y'all's dog crazy.
That's wonderful. Because she drives Rob crazy. So every when you drive her crazy, it's Rob. So that's good.
Your petter right now.
He needs it.
I'm probably the toughest person ever on myself. I beat myself up pretty bad. But I tell you what, I was pretty proud of that thumbnail I did yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, the bus?
Yeah, the bus. I was proud of that. That was like my proudest moment in YouTube so far.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at it.
Oh man, it's epic.
Tell Lisa the title.
eBay struggle bus or something like that. All aboard the eBay struggle bus. I was proud of that thumbnail. The video, not so much, but the thumbnail I was proud of.
That's all right. We've been on that bus before too, unfortunately.
Hey, man, it's been tough here the last few days. I don't know what's up.
I saw
How
you.
many listings do you have?
Between both stores, probably 1,300, somewhere in there.
How many sites do you sell on?
I just sell strictly on eBay.
Oh, you're just strictly. Do you have Facebook?
Yeah.
You do the marketplace at all?
Oh yeah, I do that, but I don't really count Facebook as a platform. Okay. You know, I don't do a whole lot on there. I used to do a lot on there, but eBay
because there's no, but it's kind of like the under the table deal there. So nobody can say.
Well, you never know who's watching, so I don't. I'm not going to comment on that.
All right. Well,
Rob may have the IRS in here, and we don't know it.
That's paid for my game.
Yeah, those sound like great things, Harry. I just, I have never had one.
No,
those sound great.
I don't do that kind of shady work, Harry. I'm all legal, brother.
I'm sorry, people. I'm shady. I sold a typewriter for $20. Sorry, I met them in Acme parking lot. So that's what I like about it. You just beat them. Hey, you like it? Yeah, beat it. And both of go your way.
Your drug deals don't count, though, Harry.
I'll sell maybe a couple.
Your bootleg moonshine,
things, old Kentucky whiskey or something like that.
You mean his apple cider, Chris?
Yeah, he's cider. I forgot. His 3-drink minimum always turns into about 7.
Yeah, that's all we're allowed to do that now. And I'm in my basement, so it's just me and that guy.
I've come to figure out, I think Harry's an alcoholic, and we just don't know it yet.
Now, if I got to get up the next day, there's no way at all.
Yeah, well, I always thought it was pretty shady when he was saying that he was drinking, using a cup that had Dawn dish soap in it, that was making it foam up. I thought, man, that's just going a little far.
I don't wash out the Dawn cups, and sometimes there's a little bit of Dawn in there. That's surprising the foam it makes. So. We ain't Rob. Nah, it's all funny games, and the stuff I drink is it's legal. I mean, you can just go over to your local apple orchard and you get a couple half gallons. If I get on long chat, I might have to drink a gallon of it. So
it's Rob up there drinking all that, CBD water and all that stuff.
Right now it's just straight ice. So I got to get up early, no matter what. I'm always up early. So.
Now look at Vinny. He's got to be young. He says one drink and he's done. He's never been drunk. There you go.
Rob's been organizing.
I have only been intoxicated one time drunk one time in my life. One time.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say that's the only time I've drank or that I've been tipsy, but the only time I was drunk. One time. And I told you
that must have been BR because I never seen you drunk. So
I got drunk with a Catholic priest. Never try to outdrink a Catholic priest. They can drink you under the table.
I would have guessed your wedding day with Rob.
No, you want to know what we did when we got married? We got married and we went to the casino.
Yeah.
That's where we went, to the casino. And the guy goes, I had my card and I said, can you change my card, my frequent player card? Can you change my name on my card? I just got married. And he said, well, have you changed your driver's license yet? I said, no, I literally just got married a couple hours ago. And he's like, and you're here? I'm like, it's a second marriage. I'd much rather gamble tonight.
You had fun though, right?
So yeah, I had a great time.
Absolutely.
Did you win that night?
I always do because Rob cashes me out.
She got robbed.
How did you do gambling though?
I did good. I always come out on top when I gamble. But then we went back to the hotel and we felt like we were young children again. Until the next morning, then we were like dead because we drank and Rob probably smoked that night, and because at the casino, drinks are free and they let you smoke.
How long have you been married?
Too long. What, 12 years?
12 years?
12 years. 12
Really?
years. 12. We got married in 2008.
Wow, it's 12 years.
Yeah, but I've known you. We've been together since 2000, and we've been together for 15 years. Because I had to either say, put a ring on it or get out the door, buddy.
Nice.
And then you became the couple of pickers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was the eBay partnership already merged before you guys got married?
No, we did not. No, we did not merge our eBay until after we were married. Because you got to be able, and you never can tell what can happen. I needed to be able to cut and run. We didn't blend money or anything till after we were married, so we kept it real simple. So we both had an escape route if we needed to go.
Too far in now, though. No escape.
Yeah. You know what? We got into everybody fusses with their spouse, and I don't think we didn't say we were going to get divorced, but we were fussing, and something was said, and Rob was like, well, if we split up, I'm taking the dog. And I was like, oh, hell no, that's my dog. So we always joke we stay together for the dog.
Yeah.
The dog is what keeps us together. Well, now it's not just the dog, it's all that junk. Honestly, he could have all the junk, to be honest with you.
No, you take it.
Yeah, y'all be fighting over who takes that.
But yeah, we're too far gone now. It's there's no looking back now.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Shoot, I've been married since '98. Been a long time.
My first marriage was in '89, so 80. No, my first marriage was in '87. Woo!
87.
Yeah, married before me.
So if I add, I was married for 16 years, the first one, and 12 for Rob. So if I add those together, I got a pretty good run there.
You're almost in first place, Rob. 4 more years. You'll pass him up.
But I didn't live with him that long. I've lived with Rob, especially you talking about together time. I mean, we're together 24/7. So, I've been with him more hours than the first one. That's for sure.
Somebody's married for 34 years. God bless you.
Wendy.
Oh,
Wendy.
I didn't think Wendy was old enough to be married that long.
Holy smokes, there goes a moth. Glad I don't have any Princeton clothes around me. No, I've got, I think I've got over 20 now.
Well, y'all, listen, my parents were married for 63 years before my dad passed away.
Yeah, my parents were married a really long time, and me and Sweets are in for the long haul. So, got 2 in college, and the other knucklehead's over there playing games, so he's got the earphones on. So, everything's good here. So, God bless. Can't beat it. Chris, what do you got behind you? A lot of treasure there, or we've got the reselling headquarters.
Look how organized he is.
Hey, I spent 6 hours out here in this garage today.
Oh, did you expand your garage?
Stuff.
Did you expand your garage finally then?
Somewhat, yeah. I didn't make as much room as I hoped, but this is just phase 1.
Oh, yeah.
Phase 2 will be coming up.
When you going to get a shed, Chris?
I've actually got one. I've had a shed for a long time. I used to do eBay out of it actually, but right now it's full of junk, so I'm in the garage.
Hey, junk is money, isn't it? Sometimes.
Well, it is if you get it listed. That's always my problem.
Amen. That's the truth.
Sitting over here in this death pile, it ain't no money.
Robbie sent me I'm gonna be here with Mom for 2 weeks. He sent me 7 totes to work on.
Yeah.
Plus, then I just bought a bunch of stuff at the estate sale. So, and then I asked him today. I said, "What have you done today, Rob?" Nothing. I'm like,
Lisa Cruz.
Oh, I'm still buying. I mean, I wanted to go yard selling and I wanted to go to local flea market today, but I didn't. I just had too much to do, but I wanted to.
I had to go to that estate sale. It was just calling me. Yeah, I froze, Rob. So now you're good, and now Mom's freezing.
No, everybody's good right here now. So
she's
you couldn't go to a yard sale because you're too busy selling stuff and packing and all that?
No, reorganizing. I totally reorganized my garage today. I spent 6 hours out here.
Really?
Yeah.
Rob, you need to take a hint from Chris. Wherever Chris, there, right there. You need to take a hint from him and get out there and spend 6 hours in that garage.
All I got to do is get a shovel and just start shoveling.
Okay, y'all, I'm going to tell a lot. This is a true story. Robbie lived in a mobile home when I first met him, a single wide. And, they have, it was a nice size one, but, the hallway when you're going back towards the smaller bedrooms is kind of narrow. When I first met him, it was chest high in board games. You had to turn sideways to walk down the hall. Well, when Robbie moved out of that mobile home, I saw his dad with a snow shovel going down the hallway. That's how he was cleaning it out, with a damn snow shovel, cleaning it out. He had so much stuff in there.
That was my first bathroom pad, was a single one, just like Rob had, but the hallway had to be clear, because what's at the end of the hallway of everything? The bathroom. You got to have the bathroom clear.
Yeah, you got it. That's true. But yeah, that's a memory that when I should have ran when I saw his dad cleaning like that. I should have said, no, I think I'm going to rethink this when he's cleaning the hallway with a snow shovel.
Well, that's when I was selling at eBay back then, and when I had that mobile home, and I was selling shoes and board games, and every time I buy a pair of shoes, I just throw it in the bath, the tub for storage.
You have one of those giant garden tubs, and you get his mother, and she'll say, "Robbie, you remember I went down there and I matched up all those shoes? Whatever happened to them?" I'm like, you don't want to know what happened to those shoes. I should have thought he was creepy when I first met him, when he showed me around, and I looked back there in his bedroom and he had a bathtub full of women's shoes, and handbags. He was into purses and ladies' handbags. He still knows more about purses and ladies' shoes than I do.
Whose account did y'all move to when you merged? Rob?
Yeah.
Yep.
Was it the bigger account at the time?
Oh, yeah, it had a date on it of 1998. Established 1998.
Who had the most listings?
Oh well, we were back then. I think we were both part time. So and eBay didn't have store back then. So I mean, at that time, I know I was working a full-time job, so I wasn't on eBay that much. So he probably did. Well, I don't know. I probably did, because you were real part-time too at that time.
Yeah.
I got a question. What does the store do for you?
Lets the store keep a bunch of junk listings there.
Yeah.
Really?
The main thing is free listings.
Everything's free listings now. Why do you need a store? Is there a reason?
I mean, you can do sales, you can do promotions. I mean, I tell you what, when we call eBay, we wait about 2 minutes.
Oh, see, I can't even call them anymore. You have to. But I'm not a reseller, really. I'm
We have the Batman direct line to eBay. We can call them.
You are preferred customers.
We get somebody that speaks English, somebody that lives in America.
Really?
We don't get put out to the call center overseas.
Wow. I don't even get there anymore. So what do you get?
But for that, you got to pay $300 a month.
Yeah, $300 a month for that direct service.
I don't have that. I don't have that big a store.
Plus, one thing I like about them is when you call them, they seem like they side with us more often.
Really?
Like if we have an issue, a lot of times they'll side in our favor more so.
How many you have? Like now, how many listings do you have right now? I think I asked at the beginning of the show, but that was the beginning. It's late now.
I think 300. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Just on eBay.
Yeah.
Now, whenever you take that with, you got that is tripled when you go with Bonanza and True Gather. That's a triple. So that's like, 18,000 right there.
No kidding. So you
it's mirrored, they mirror it.
Do you have like little lights that come on when you sold stuff?
No, you got to check it yourself.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had like little buzzers or something like that.
No, but I'm a checkosaurus. I check all the time.
What do you have, Chris? You're just eBay. So how many listings do you have? 1,000?
Between the two stores, about 1,400.
That's good.
Yeah.
But you're not Rob, so they need to get the buzzers.
No, we're trying. We've even talked about going down to a smaller store, smaller because, the goal is to sell stuff. The goal is not to keep all that in there. We've been trying to sell things very inexpensively. The stuff that sat there for a long time, just blow it out and let it go. And we did like a 50% off sale of all that old stuff just to try and get it out of there. So that's why we've sold down so far. We might put on, but what do we sell in a month? About 500 items in a month.
Yeah.
So, we have to put on at least 500 to replace those just to break even. So sometimes it's a challenge just to stay at the same level you're at.
Yeah. I want to get mine down. I'd like to get mine down to about 500 or 600.
Yeah. Ideally it would be nice to be able to, list like 500 and sell, 100 of them a week. That would be great and manageable. But, unfortunately that's not how it's going right now. So, but we'd like to get that. But that's why I'm hoping by cross posting so much of it, I'm able to sell some of that stuff to specialized platforms, to get rid of it.
What do you do for boxes and bubble wrap and peanuts or whatever you do? That you have to buy all that, right?
No, well, I watch Craigslist for people that have moved that have lots of boxes.
And they give them free.
And we go, Rob will drive, we go pick them up. We just picked up 150 to 200 one-time use. They got them all from Home Depot and Lowe's. So they're all sizes, small, medium, large, extra large. And the guy had broke them down for us and they were very, very good condition. So we and then we also get more from eBay, the free supplies. We get quite a bit of
buy tape, basically.
He gets the tape from
we get tape for free from eBay.
Oh, really? Because you're master sellers.
Well, they give you a credit every quarter. We get like $150 credit every quarter to spend in their store, their overpriced store.
Lobster's saying that he's blowing out his old inventory at 99 cents auctions. Well, let me tell you, I tried that. And you know what's sad is some of your shit won't even sell for 99 cents. That's when you know you need to take it off.
I've got some of that.
But you can't even basically give it away. Then
I usually go through mine pretty good in January after the fourth quarter. I load it up for the fourth quarter, and in January I spend that month going through all mine and cleaning it out, deleting listings and getting rid of stuff.
That's what I told him. I said, we need to go in and some of our stuff, it's not that, but maybe we need to just make it a big lot. Just make a big lot and just sell it to get rid of it, Let somebody else. There's people out there that like to do that. people on Facebook might be interested for it. And hell, some of it I'm ready to just give away to get rid of it. So
send it to Kat.
yeah,
Box her up a truckload and send it to her.
That's fine.
I could tell her I got some good glass if she wants to come get it. You know, she's got that big old glass lot.
She's not. She's a busy individual for what she does. That's
She's got
all.
more energy than I do. I mean,
She's young, so
she's got a child, a young child,
little good,
working a full-time job, and then doing all she does on eBay. That's too much for me. But that's all right. I'm a grandchildless granny. That's what I don't have any grandchildren, but I feel like I'm a granny.
I don't want to. If I get grandchildren, I'd feel, and a lot of guys my age do, but then I actually feel old. Then I'm going to have to reshuffle the cards, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to stay 57 and silly. So, hey guys, it's getting late for me.
All right, Gary.
Thanks for coming on, though.
You guys,
thanks for coming on.
how long have we been going?
About 2 hours.
We've been going
about 2 hours.
75. Thank you guys. We got to do this again. Let's get a 6-banger in here sometime. We got the 4. How many can you have? 6?
No, I think you can have more than that, can't you?
I think they upped it, didn't they?
I don't know how many you can have in there. I know Victoria had a bunch of people on one time.
I think they upped it to 9, I think. If you have the paid. I believe that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cheap.
Yeah.
I have the free.
That's the one thing Rob does pay for. He does pay for that.
We should do it 9 o'clock or one time. A little earlier, like the 9 down. Because I get up at 6. That's sleeping in. 7 is like really sleeping in. So, and I'm going to go up into somebody's attic tomorrow and hopefully pick out a box of beer cans, and he don't know what the hell he's having. So
Please be careful. Don't fall through.
Nah, I'll be all right. I have already seen what he's got up there. So we have real attics, not crawl space or any of those couple of boards you got to step on the walls across the beam. Hey, but I've had fun. I'd like to come do it again sometime soon.
Yep. You're always welcome, Harry.
Hey, just open it up and I'll pop it in once in a blue moon.
Got it.
And everybody have a good night. Thanks a lot, though. I really appreciate it. And,
you got to give us a later.
Yeah. You can't leave it and say later.
You got to work up to that. Come on,
Oh, you got to work up to it.
No, I'm really serious. Thanks a lot. It was a pleasure. And that's about it for me tonight. I've got to do another 2 and 2 for the I'm going to 4 and 4 because I'm going out for the night. So. Everybody have a great night. And I'm going to say later. Thank you.
See you, Harry.
I actually do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody. Do I have to get out? Yeah.
I'll get you out.
Please.
Kick him out. He couldn't never figure it out.
That's when he has to bring in, little Harry.
Little Harry.
Remember that when we first got him on, it was hilarious, him trying to figure it out. It was great. That was early Harry was just priceless.
Priceless.
So.
And then he would fuss at little Harry after he would come in there and fix it.
I know.
He would fuss at him.
That was the one night he kept saying to him, he says, "Your breath is awful. Would you eat a dog shit sandwich?" And I'm like, man. All right, Harry.
That night he had Cat and Burgundy sales on his channel. I've never laughed so hard in my life. Oh my God. He had that dummy sitting in his lap, and oh my God, it was so funny. I think History Man came in there for a little while. Oh my God, it was so funny. It's one of the funniest shows I've ever watched.
I think Kat told me some of the highlights of that show.
Yeah. Oh my God, her and Burgundy were just aggravating him to death, and I mean, God, we was just roasting them all in chat. It was so funny.
That's been the great part about YouTube for us, is finding people like Harry and you.
Yeah.
And, Tommy and Tracy are great friends, and Tim and Chris Tank. There's just so many people out there that you can.
Conrad. Ain't that what he calls him?
What's he call him?
Conrad. Ain't that it?
Oh,
Conrad. And then poor old Dapper Tiger. He calls him Diaper Tiger. He does have some names for people. That's true.
No, I love Harry. I watch him just about every night he's on. I don't always comment, but I'm in there just about always.
Oh, you're like Rob then. Rob, he watches people, and I'll say, you should comment. He's like, no, he's a lurker. That's why I always say, if you see somebody talking in chat, 9 times out of 10, it's me, because Rob's a lurker.
Yeah,
so
I do some. I'm like 50-50 on lurking.
Well, you come in after it's been on a while, and then I'm like, man, I didn't even know you were listening.
Yeah.
So
it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm working, I'll just sit there and lurk, because I know if I ever start chatting, I'm done with work.
Well, see, that's me too. I'm notorious for the working hangouts where there ain't no work getting done, because I don't think I've ever worked on a working hangout. The only working hangouts, I think, well, I don't even think the ones, because sometimes I'll do a private working hangout with Tracy or somebody, and I still don't get any work done. She's working, but I'm talking to her. I don't know.
I can't do it either.
I can't multitask, I guess, when it comes to that. So, Rob, not so much. He just you can work in a working hangout. You're working, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know how you do that.
Well,
I think I went on Nate's one day during the day on a Saturday and actually got a little bit of work done. But there was like 6 of us in there. So, everybody else could do the chat and talk. And then, everybody was kind of taking turns about with working and stuff. And I actually got a little bit
Glenn
of work.
would be in those. And Glenn's another one that can get work done. Glenn gets work done, And I'm just impressed by anybody that can get work done.
Yeah, it's tough. I think that's the key, though. Have a bunch of people on with you. That way, you can kind of work and they can talk.
Yeah. Remember when Jenny and Victoria were doing the zip it or list it?
Yeah. I never see Jeannie anymore. I don't know. I hope she's doing well.
I hope she's okay too.
You got busy, didn't you, with their business or something?
Yeah, she said that her business. What did they do? They do home inspections, I think, is what it is. And she said her business had picked back up really good. So
that's good.
That's good.
I just know she had some health issues and the surgery and all that there for a while.
Yeah. So, I hope she's doing well too. But Victoria's another one that's taken off. Look at all the stuff she does. She was the little kind of quiet one in the background, but now she's out there doing her show, doing her thing, and auctions, and she pops up all over the place.
I can never make her morning shows, though. They're too dang early for me. I stay up too late, so I sleep in a lot of times. I'll catch the end of them sometimes.
Yeah, I think I've made it into 1 or 2 of her shows, and when I do, she's always so surprised.
That's how she is with me. She's like, well, hey, Chris. I'm like, yeah, I made it.
And I think Rob and I did a show one time at 5:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And that was crazy. Because I told him, I said, why don't we could do a show early in the morning, because we catch a lot of the people from England and Ireland and Australia and some of the early birds that are up. But nope, we did one show. That should tell you that right there. One show. Bye, Glenn. Glenn's got to go. He's probably got to go work.
Yeah.
Bye, Glenn.
Man. Probably, well, I don't know how many, if they do yard sales. He's probably going to church tomorrow. I'm sure he so you talk about a small world. His pastor of the church he goes to is a guy I went to school with.
Oh, wow.
We were in school together, all through the years. I'm good friends with him. And that's a small world to me,
That is. That's crazy.
But that's crazy. But yeah, he's a hardworking man too. But I'm not going to church tomorrow. I'm gonna go to a yard. I'm going to yard sales. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna be a heathen and go to yard sales. But hopefully the picking gods and God will bless me and I'll be able to find something good.
I will probably work out here in the garage again tomorrow.
Okay, Rob, what are you going to do? We're all
Yeah,
saying,
Rob, what are you gonna do?
Probably absolutely nothing. How's that sound?
You want to know why my house is a mess? Hashtag Rob's fault.
Rob's fault. Yeah, there you go. Do y'all ship on Sunday nights? Your weekend orders?
I usually do.
Well, why can I not point to you the right way?
Point towards the window.
Yeah.
That way. Okay. He does. He does all the shipping. I don't do any of the shipping at all.
I usually do my shipping on Sunday nights. Depends on how much I got to ship.
When I'm here, no, go ahead. It's all right.
If I have a lot, I have to on Sunday night, because if I wait till Mondays, that's all I do is ship, and I don't never get anything else done.
Yeah, that's what I always tell him, and he knows that too. But I can tell out here if he's shipping, because I can go in here and look at the overview and it'll tell me how many packages have to ship. And if I go to bed, at midnight, and there's still 30 packages to ship, I know that he's waiting until in the morning to do it. And then, like you said, it takes all day. And then he usually doesn't get it done before the mailman comes. So he hadn't put a pickup in, so he's got to go into town. So by the time he packs everything and goes into town, the whole day's wasted.
Do we have anything anywhere else this weekend? Do we have anything anywhere else this weekend?
Kitizen.
Okay, I have not shipped for them. How do you ship for them?
I guess you better need to log on to them and find out.
Yeah.
Put it in a box and stick a label on it.
I have no idea. The person, it's not local either, because they put us on. See, that's the nice thing about Kitizen. They cross post your stuff to Facebook Marketplace. So the person that bought my item, which was a stuffed animal, they bought it off of Facebook Marketplace. And I think they live in Texas. So it must be, they must advertise it across everywhere on Facebook Marketplace. So that's a nice thing.
All right. So as it stands right now, I have 18 shipments.
Well, that ain't very many, is it? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Still got tomorrow.
There's one on True Gather, I think, or was that one?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, you might want to check that one. There was one on True Gather, and there's a question on Etsy. Somebody wants you to tell them how many ounces something holds, and then there's a guy on eBay that wants you to take some pictures of that Hummel face up close so they can see the face.
I thought I did.
Well, they want some, and it's like $75. So get in there and take some face pictures. If it was $5, I wouldn't worry about it, but it's $75.
I hate answering questions on eBay. God, I hate it.
Trust me, Rob does too.
Oh my God, it's so annoying. And I mean, 99% of the time, it's my fault. Something I should have put in the listing, and they have every right to ask. But God, I just hate it, because then you got to come out here and find it and take a picture of it a lot of times, and it's just annoying.
And see, okay, we can get that done. But then the thing is, do you put it back where it was? Because that's our problem.
I'm pretty good about that.
We don't put it back, and then it sells, and then we can't remember where we put it.
Hey, tomorrow night when I ship, because I moved everything around just about, I won't be able to find nothing. It'll take me twice as long to ship, at least.
Oh, man, then you and Rob should have a video conference, because you could listen to Rob cuss. He could say all your cuss words you need. Because
I'm afraid it would be 6 hours long, because I'm telling you, I won't find nothing tomorrow.
Good night, Vinny. He's heading to bed.
Later.
All right, so that's not a close enough picture for him.
No, they want to see the face.
Okay.
So you're going to have to angle it, lay it down. Maybe they want to see the face. So, it's on sale for $55. I knew I put it for $70. Damn, Rob, you got a big sale on.
I told you I had 30% off.
Maybe you should go back to 20. He's giving all my profits away, Chris.
Hey, it gets it going. What'd you pay for it? A nickel?
It was actually it was a freebie.
There you go. It's hard to turn down $55 on a freebie.
It was a freebie from a estate sale. So, yeah, I
You
know.
paid for it.
Rick wants to know if we've ever thought about using a SKU system. We actually do use a SKU system.
Yeah, I do sometimes, but I'm getting ready to go back and do all mine, I think, because after this, I'm never going to be able to find anything.
Mm-hmm.
I need to start.
Robert had this idea that he was going to take a picture of what type of box everything was in.
Oh, my God.
That lasted like one box.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know, if you know what the tote looks like.
Yeah.
I always dread Mondays. To me are the absolute worst days in the world, and it's not because you got to go back. It's because Rob. That's the day that Rob's trying to find all the stuff he didn't find that has to go out, and that's when the rubber hits the road, and he's really the pressure's on, and he's fussing and cussing and carrying on. And
Yeah, I hate Mondays. I don't mind Mondays if I get my shipping done on Sunday nights. But Thursdays, I hate Thursdays. My post office closes at lunch for the day on Thursdays.
Oh, wow.
They're just open half a day. So I always feel rushed, even though I always make it in plenty of time. I
wow,
always feel rushed.
ours is closed on Saturday. It's only a half day on Saturday. They
Well,
close,
ours is too. Thursdays and Saturdays half a
but
day.
we don't ship on Saturday.
Oh, I don't either.
We do when it gets close to Christmas because people
Yeah.
really are looking for their items, but we don't during the rest of the year.
Oh, speaking of lost items, I had a negative feedback the other day. Well, today actually. For
Oh,
yeah, first one in 2 years too, man. I was like, wow, because it's a Bible too. Now, mind you. It's a Bible. It's like a $6 Bible. I'm like, dude, really? And I shipped it out. I think August the 7th, and it's still not arrived. I'm like, yeah, dude, that man, it was going to Florida. It went to Atlanta, got hung up in Atlanta. Of course, I don't know all this is going on until he lets me know, because I don't check my orders. Once I send them, I send them. Well, then it ends up in like Mississippi. I'm like, oh my God. So I finally, but it's made it all the way back to Florida.
mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping it still gets delivered, because I think if it gets delivered, I think I can get the feedback removed because it showed up.
Robbie, you should tell him about ours, the bear that went to, the guy ordered it. He lived in New York, and he went to, and the bear actually
went all the way to New York.
Yeah.
And
then
it ended up in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it ended up in Puerto Rico.
And the guy messages, he was like pretty much laughing about it.
He said, I still haven't received my item, but I know it's not your fault.
Yeah.
And he had already opened a claim with the post office and everything.
Oh, my customer is so mad. He is so mad. And I've been a butt about it a little bit. The more he's got mad about it. And I'm like, dude, it's not my fault. If it does not arrive, I will send you a refund. Trust me, eBay will make me, but I will send you one. No problem. I said, but it's still moving. Every time it gets updated, I can't help it's going to be late, but it's going to make it to you eventually. He's like, oh, I needed it for us. What was it? A study. He kept on saying he was needing it for a study. Now, this is a cheap Bible. Can you not go down the road and get another one?
You can go to a lot of thrift stores and give them to you for free.
Right. So when he messaged me once demanding a refund, I was like, every time he would open up a case, I just stick that tracking number in there. He was getting so mad.
We've done that before too.
Yeah, it was horrible customer service, but I didn't even care at that point.
But when the guy got his bear, he emailed us and he said, I finally got it, but he was very hungry when he got here. That was good. All right, Robbie, I got to go check on Mom again because it's making some noise.
I want to just close it out. We've been on over 2 hours. So.
Okay. Well, I didn't know you and Chrissy were doing good together. Y'all could have I keep telling y'all should do a show together.
Hey, this is the first invite I've had in 2 years. We might as well cut it off.
You'll come on some other time. You're gonna be a stranger to us.
That's right. All right. Well, thank everybody for coming by and sticking around with us and watching. We appreciate it. Like I said, Harry was on, and Chris, I'm so glad you came on too. You guys are two of our favorite people. You have been around since the very beginning.
It's been a while.
We are always grateful for that. And, I don't consider you a fellow reseller. You're a friend. Family. You're family.
Family. I'm Rob's brother.
Yeah.
Who was it that asked if it was Victoria?
See, we look so much alike, you know?
Yeah, Rob's like
especially if y'all were standing beside each other, right? Because Rob's like 6'2", and Chris is not 6'2".
No,
So,
I'm a little shorter than that.
Well, that's okay. His mom's only about 5 foot tall, so you would have, you could take after his mom's side of the family. There you go.
I'm taller than that. A little.
Thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see y'all later.
Yeah, we'll see
Thanks,
everybody
guys.
later.